In this explainer video, we're going to talk briefly about the text we will be using this semester. The title is Civil Litigation, Process and Procedures. We are currently using the 4th edition, and the publisher is Pearson. More information, including the ISBN, can be found in the file located directly under this explainer video in Blackboard. This textbook is required, and you will absolutely need it as soon as possible to succeed in this class. You are welcome to purchase or rent this book in any format you like. However, keep in mind that this is the textbook we will use for both Civil Litigation 1 this fall and Civil Litigation 2 in the spring semester. You may want to consider that when you're making your decision on whether to rent or purchase. It does not matter if you purchase new or used, hard copy or electronic. The college bookstore has this text available, but you can also use any of the online textbook sellers as well. If you're going through the bookstore, you can purchase in person or through the college website by clicking on Bookstore, Order Online, Textbook Lookup, select your term, click on LEX or Legal Education, choose your course, choose your section, which in this case would be all, and you will see the availability of the book. If you want to try to find it online, you can simply Google the ISBN, and you will start to find lots of options for both print and electronic versions. Before we get started with this class, I think it is important for you to understand the context of this class and how it fits into your curriculum to build a solid foundation for your future career. While we study different aspects of the litigation process in individual classes, or what I like to call academic bubbles, it is vitally important that you recognize how this puzzle fits together. The skills you are learning in 3 of the classes you are taking this semester, LEX 120, which is Legal Research and Writing 1, LEX 130, Civil Injuries, and this class, LEX 140, Civil Litigation, go hand in hand in the real world. In LEX 130, you are studying civil injuries or torts. You can think of that as substantive law of how people should act in a civil society. When people act contrary to that law, the party who is injured can seek redress or compensation through what we are studying in LEX 140, also known as procedural law. To state things more simply, if you are hurt or injured, a civil injury, you might choose to sue the person that injured you in a court of law. That's the civil litigation process. In this class, we will practice drafting many of the documents that go along with the civil litigation process to familiarize you with them and how they fit into that process. That said, you will hone your skills on researching for and preparing those very important documents in LEX 120, Legal Research and Writing 1. I think it will help you to better understand what you are studying if you keep all of this in mind. Next, I'd like to go over some of the highlights of the text that I think make it valuable to you as a legal education student. I think the most valuable aspect of this text for those of you who are new to the legal profession is that it walks us through the civil litigation process from beginning to end. Along the way, we have valuable virtual opportunities to participate in the process. We will talk more about that later on. But if you keep in mind the way that the 3 classes we talked about a minute ago work together, I think you will see how valuable this aspect of the textbook can be this semester. When you open up to the table of contents, you will see that the text is broken up into 6 units. In this fall semester, Civil Litigation 1, we will cover Unit 1 and Unit 2. This course is an introduction to civil litigation, and appropriately, Unit 1 of the text is dedicated to giving you a broad overview and some of the opportunities that may be available to you when you enter the workforce. Unit 2 is where we begin the planning portion of litigation. Next semester, in Civil Litigation 2, we will begin the active phase of litigation. As you open up each chapter, you will see a series of learning objectives. It is important that you not only read these, but take some time to internalize them. These learning objectives mirror those for the course and also make up the outline of what you will be tested on in your assignments and exams. One helpful element of this text is that the learning objectives are called out at the beginning of each section, which explains those learning objectives, so you'll always know what you are trying to achieve as you read through the text. Another helpful tool is the author's introduction included at the outset of each chapter. This is yet another way to help you focus on what is important for you to glean from your study of that chapter. As a side note, you will usually have a non-graded assignment that goes along with the author's chapter introduction in each learning module. The next helpful highlight is a practice tip. As a new paralegal, it is essential that you start to develop your skills and glean information on how to succeed in your chosen profession from day one. This section, which you will find in each chapter, contains helpful hints for working and succeeding in a law office environment. At the end of each chapter, you will find a list of key terms and concepts, a chapter summary, review questions, building your paralegal skills, internet technology and exercises, case studies, building your professional portfolio and reference manual, and virtual law office assignments. Your graded events will primarily come from these final sections in each chapter. We'll talk more about those in the Learning Module Explainer videos you'll see a little bit later on. That is a brief overview of the highlights of your text. This is a valuable tool, and I hope that this video will help you get all you can from your use of it this semester. As always, don't hesitate to reach out to me with questions.